gave you guys kind of the TLDR. About to listen to the earnings report in 20 minutes here. So if anything insightful happens, I'll probably add to this video or create a new one. I guess we'll see. So in general, guys, it was a great quarter for them. They did actually beat earning expectations. For some reason, it's funny because I was looking at the price as soon as they released earnings, and the earnings actually went, or the price actually went down after they immediately released earning reports, which I thought was kind of funny. Anyway, so yeah, they reached 100 million customers in May. And they actually were adding 1 million customers quarter over here. So their total new customers for the quarter was 5.5 million, and 1.5 million that was from Mexico alone. So they're actually seeing really great growth in Mexico, which we're going to see a little bit more in a second here. So, we're doing the math here, right? If they added 5.5 million customers, right, 5.5 divided by 3 for the quarter, it means they're adding 1.8 million customers a month. So they're on track to add 22 million customers for the year. So it should be interesting. If they, let's see, March, April, so 1.8 times 8, they're going to add another 14 million customers this year. So we'll see. I mean, if these numbers could go up, go down, but they might hit 115 million customers this year, which is actually insane. So we can see, I don't even know where they're up. What does it say? Okay. I want to see the year prior, but it's honestly hard to read the year prior here. When it's like this, 2023 something. It's probably like, I think the year prior was 79 million, so we're up 20 million from the year prior. It's really good. Revenues are up to 2.7 billion for the quarter, up 300 million from the quarter prior. So one thing you'll notice here is they've been compounding the revenue pretty consistently, about 20% quarter over quarter for a while now. So this is 20% increase in revenue quarter over quarter, guys. This is in the year. So at the rate this is going, I guess it'll be interesting to see where this hits this year. I guess we'll find out. What's 2.7 times 1.2? 3.36 times 1. I messed up the number here. So yeah, we might get to 4.5 billion this year in revenue, which is yeah, that's a lot. That's very good. Net income's up to 380 million. I really like this number. It means they'll hit 1.5 billion in net income this year if they do not increase income at all quarter over quarter. So this is up, I think, about 5% from the previous quarter in terms of income. There's a good chance they'll hit 2 billion in net income for this year if they do really well in terms of acceleration of growth. Now, it's important to know they're growing in Mexico. That costs money. So, this net income would actually probably be higher if they weren't in Mexico right now, by the way. I think it's just like an interesting thing to point out. Yeah, you can just see it all kind of here. Everything's growing. Yeah. It's 50-60% year over year, so very good numbers. This is my one of the most interesting slides. So they have 6 million active customers in Mexico in Q1, and as I mentioned, they added 1.5 million from the previous quarter. So that's like it's almost a 40% increase, I guess, from the quarter prior. So I think they'll be on track to pass easily 10 million customers in Mexico this year. And a lot of their new customer growth is going to come from Mexico. Guys, this is like an amazing thing to see because Mexico is not a banked heavy society. So, it's always a bit of a question if it's a cultural thing or if they actually want banks in products and they're just actually not having them sold to them. So we can see their active new accounts 2.4%, very small market share. And you actually see they're comparing it by the way to the Brazilian numbers here. So they're growing faster basically in Mexico than they grew in Brazil in Q4 of 2018. So then they should grow faster because they're repeating the same playbook. They kind of know what they're doing here. Now, one thing I do want to highlight here is the credit card purchase volume was 1.6 billion for like similar user count, but it's double credit card purchase for similar user count in Brazil. So you can see Mexicans don't spend as much money with their credit cards. Now, I don't know if they have tighter credit lines. I don't know if they just on average spend less money. Maybe I'll ask this question in the earning report, but that's just an interesting number. And then what's funny is, you can see is their purchase volume is less, but their deposit volume is actually 4x what it is for the same number of customers. So, I guess they should have more money to loan out. So I guess they might have a different playbook kind of going on here. So yeah, revenues are 150 million for Q1. So they should do at least $600 million in revenue for the year for Mexico. So that's very good. I would like to see their net income. I'd be curious to see how much they're losing. Not that it really matters because, I guess it's all about growth anyway. So yeah, this is a really impressive number actually. So you look at Q3 to Q4, they only went up 4 million. So they actually showed stronger customer growth between these two, like in nominal number, not percentage number, from this quarter to this quarter. And I guess more in line with Q2 to Q3 of last year. So it's kind of interesting how even at almost 100 million users, they're still having larger nominal customer acquisition, even though it should be theoretically higher. This is one of the most important charts to understand about this company. All this is saying is over time, the longer people use their product, the more likely it becomes their primary bank account. And you can see as more time goes on, they use more products. And then this is the number one most important thing, guys, to understand about this entire business. As more time goes on, their average income per user increases. So this $11.40 for this quarter is $10.60 the quarter prior. And I think it was like $8.40 or something the year prior. So their income per customer is increasing 80% or 80 cents, quarter over quarter. So if this rate keeps up, again, I don't know how long they'll be able to, keep this up, but this is on track to go, I guess, to $13.80 approximately by the end of the year. So again, if they do no acquisition, they do nothing, their revenues will still increase based on this. So these are very, very good numbers to see, right? 80 cents quarter over quarter in your average revenue is a very, very, very good number to see. And we see average revenue per active customer. Okay, here it is, $8.60. So 30% year over year in average revenue. So if they can keep doing this, right, this means their revenue will increase 30% year over year without adding any new customers, which is just extremely good growth. One of the, I don't know how people don't see this and don't understand just how crazy that is. My personal opinion. Purchase volume was down quarter over quarter. Obviously, if you want to make more money in credit cards, you need people to spend more money. I don't know. Historical Q1 seasonality is minus 7%. Cool. So they're actually explaining it here. I don't know what this is in terms of percentage, probably like 10% or something. So yeah, it's a seasonality thing. Nothing really that surprising here, but it does mean this will go up as the year goes on. So we should see better numbers in terms of revenue and income as the quarter goes on. Yeah, portfolio is fine. Nothing really crazy there. What am I looking for? I'm looking for this slide. Guys, cost acquired customer is still $7, $2 paid in marketing. So if you're making $11.40 per customer, you're making a full return on investment pretty quickly. They don't make $11.40 their first month. It's more like they get to that over a course of a couple of years, but they do make a full return on investment within 6 months of acquiring a customer. So, you bank for life, right? So theoretically, they can ramp up advertising. And if I get a chance to ask the question, I'm actually going to ask them about this. Will they spend more money in advertising? What are they going to do with this increase in profit? Because they're making quite a bit of cash flow right now. So I'm just curious how they plan to use that money going forward. Yeah, credit underwriting. This is good to see, guys. Everything's in line with their expectations. They are having higher delinquency, but they do mention it somewhere. I don't know where I read it. I think I read it on their earnings that these are in line with expectations. So I'm not personally worried as long as they're saying they're in line with expectation. They say, yeah, things go up 50% basis points. So yeah, as long as they're on top of their stuff, I'm very, very happy with what's going on. So yeah, I don't think any of these are like that crazy. These numbers are less important to me. This is nice to see. So deposits in Mexico doubled year over year from 1 billion or quarter over quarter to 2.3 billion. So the most important thing we can do in Mexico right now is just get a fat stack of deposits so we can start lending. And yeah, we want Mexico to sustain itself financially. So I think we're going to see very, very good growth in Mexico this year. I think it'll be very interesting, and I'm very excited to see in Mexico. And the other thing they mentioned here is historical Q1 deposits go down. So only $600 million, guys, increase in deposits. So this is like the only bad thing I've seen throughout this entire presentation. That's not a major increase from the quarter prior. So yeah, we don't have Q4 to Q1 here. So I don't know what this was actually from last year. So I don't know how significant this is. But yeah, they need to get this number up a little bit, ideally, because you can't lend out money if you don't have money. Yeah. Cost to serve still flat. That's very, very good. This is very good. Their efficiency is going down as well. So they're going to continue to make more profit per customers as they sell more products, and their efficiency, like their cost to serve, goes down. So in general, I'm super impressed. Very bullish on this stock. We can look at what Nubank is right now in terms of price.
$11.72, up 17% and 17 cents in after hours trading. So I still think this is I'm kind of surprised, honestly. It's not up more because they beat earning expectations. So I don't know. I think Nubank's still very undervalued given the growth they're having, and their forward P is still 23.37. So yeah, um, I think his forward P might be a little low. I think it should be higher. I think it should be more like 30. If they make $2 billion in income this year, then their PE will be like, yeah, about more. They should be like 27, 28. I think 2 billion is possible. Um, but I think it's definitely like if they do very, very well. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Just want to give you guys a quick update on new holdings. Overall, core did very well, beat expectations, great growth. So yeah, have a great day.